Hello gamers and welcome back to Challenge of the Five Realms Part 14. We're now at Monteplai, which is the prison of Alonia. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Looking to buy some stone or mortar? Not only will I sell it to you, but I'll load it on a boat and ship it for you. I can sell you a 1-ton load of stone and mortar for 55 gold pieces. Interested? Yes, I am. Here's the money. Ship these rocks to the island of Jubilees at once. They are to be delivered to the Emperor Kuvi Lighter. I leave for Jubilees at once. Glad to do business with you. And there's that. Go ahead and get this marble block that was down here. And check in here. Nothing. Okay. And get closer. Grasshopper. Always good to have an extra grasshopper. See, we're still flying, so we can move around everywhere pretty easily. Another grasshopper. And this area is pretty... It's not very big. Let's see. That's it. That's the whole island right there. So we're going to move into this last little building here, which is... What we got here? Blindfold. Ah. Dirter Wolfhandle. What brings you, a young noble like yourself, to foul Monteplai? Are you the warden of this prison? I am the new king of Alonia. I have come to tour this dungeon, which is now under my command. I have heard rumors of unrest at Ballytoke. No one seems to know who rules Alonia. If you say you are king, young man, then I suppose you are, until someone proves different. The prison is yours, my lord. The door in the rear of the building leads to the dungeon, and the evil men there imprisoned. But I must warn you away from there. It is a most dangerous place, housing the most violent people in the realm. Surely you have heard of Perstyle, the parent killer, who murdered many children's mothers and fathers in Greenberry. Glarian Great-Eye, whose hallucinatory madness terrorized Pendar, or Ivor Zudik, who stalked the shadowy corners of Galraven with his evil poems. Evil poems? The fuck? Surely you have spent nights in fear of these devils. Ah, then there is our only female inmate, Winona Fiercelake, whose hatred of all things feminine is so intense she has sunk her sharpened nails into people's eyes from merely saying the word gender. If you know fear at all, you will stay out of the dungeon of Monteplai. The dungeons of Monteplai house Alonia's most nefarious criminals. Most of the prisoners are driven mad by the blackness of the dungeons. Those who live must struggle to survive in barbaric, cruel conditions. Remember, things may not always be as they seem. These criminals are not killers like we've all been led to believe. I can see the innocence in their eyes. Stellar X is a wise, wise man indeed. I'm not to speak while on the watch. You must not interfere with the prisoners. Alright, let's move on through. Let's go up here first. Oh, whoops. Be glad those bars keep me from your throat, son of Clessador, else I would cut you from ear to ear. Then I will order the guards to open these bars, so that you might make good on your bloody boast. Do not take me lightly, boy. I fought your father's soldiers in Farinor for 8 years. I ambushed knights and killed them. I robbed tax collectors and ransomed the children of the nobles, and it took your father and his soldiers years to even get a good look at me. Let me from this cage, and I'll see you dead. Mighty words, but here you sit in prison. I don't matter, really. The revolution is what matters, and that lives on in Farinor. With Sinabane, perhaps? From there it will spread to all of Alonia, and your family's oppression will be cast from the land. So I'm gonna get all these goodies up here. Healing potion. Another blindfold. Another god. And more flasks of liquid. Moving on. We'll start with you. How long have you been a prisoner in this foul place? So long I have forgotten ever being elsewhere. Once you are here, everyone forgets you, everyone except the warden, who delights in our sorrow. He is a mysterious man. At nights I hear strange incantations from behind the dungeon exit. It is my belief he practices sorcery in violation of your father's law. He should be in prison here, not I. For what crime are you imprisoned? I committed no crime, young man. I was a tutor hired by the nobles in Greenberry to teach their children. While instructing my pupils in the history of the realm, I told them of your mother's sorrowful fate. Lord and Lady Frothingcup's daughter apparently told her parents about my lesson, and they informed King Clesidor. I was soon arrested for violating the king's edict against mentioning his wife's name. An edict I didn't know existed. At first I thought myself a political prisoner, but I'm not even that. Surely you lie. Monteplai is reserved for the most evil criminals in Alonia. I have spoken face to face with few inmates here, but I know these men are not evil. Most of them, so they say, are either political prisoners or tax offenders. Clesidor is dead? He's really dead? God be praised. I've outlasted him. When he threw me in here for being too poor to pay a tax, I vowed that I'd live to hear of his death. I hope it was a nasty, painful death. If you seek information, you'll not find it here. Some will speak of the warden of Monteplai, but not I. Those with loose tongues are fools. I am silent so that some day I can leave here alive. Have you come to free us, young nobleman? Have you come to take us from this hellish prison? You must help us, or we will die. What manner of fool are you to visit Monteplai? I am the son of the man by whose authority you are imprisoned. You are the son of Clesidor? Then you are the new king. Just recently our jailer walked these dungeon passages, loudly informing us that Clesidor was dead. I hadn't believed it until now. I wonder, though, is this good news for us? Have you come to free us, or renew our torment? Are you a just ruler, or a tyrant like your father? I'll never forget your face, boy. With your father dead, you are my sworn enemy. When I have regained my health and strength, I will come for you. Who are you, bright one? What brings you to dark Monteplai? I was the Prince of Alonia, but upon my father's death I had become the new king. You say that loudly and with great pride. Are you arrogant in your power, or must you be loud for fear that no one will believe you otherwise? I wear the crown by right of birth. You are bold for one so wretched. It is easy to be bold when one has no hope. Your father robbed me of hope when he put me in this dungeon because I could not pay a tax in full. When he put me here, I was not told how long I'd remain. I believe I shall die here because of the indifference of your father. Beware the warden of Monteplai. Prison is one thing, but look at the conditions he condones here. He is beyond cruelty. Young king, he takes great pleasure in this place. He daily walks the dungeon halls to gaze on our suffering. You would do a great good to replace him. Hey, you've got to help me. Please release me from this place. How do I know you're not a real criminal? Wait, stay here. Listen, I'm called Kendrick. Once I was Kendrick the Terrible, leader of a band of feared thieves at Cummington Forest. Years and years ago, Clesidor sheriffs finally caught me and threw me in here. Now I admit to my criminal past with pride, but I've done my time, I would think. This jailer plans on keeping me here till I die. You've got to help me. All I want is to return to Cummington and live quietly. My career as a criminal is over. I can be of help to you if you're willing to set me free. Lay your hands on a key to my cell and release me. Whatever your business, I can be of great service to you. Come here to enjoy our suffering, have ya? Well, you'll get no pleasure watching me. I gain no pleasure from another's suffering. I knew my father's prisons were terrible places, as a prison should be, but I had no idea things were this awful in Monteplai. So, this new king knows pity. I suppose that makes you a reformer. Ha! The only way to reform this hell pit would be to expunge it from the realm. You want to reform Monteplai, you'll have to dismiss the warden, and I doubt you are man enough to do it. Some say he is skilled in the black arts, binds spells with the most powerful of wizards. If I were you, I'd hide my pity while in Monteplai. Begin your reign mercifully, young king. Pardon us. Free us from our endless sentences. Speak, prisoner. What sad turn of events has landed you here? Aye, a sad story it be. I was part owner of a merchant trader that did business along the eastern coast. Years ago. I've lost track of how many. Your father doubled his tax on seagoing trade. Most owners, as you can believe, were angered at this move and petitioned Clessidor to repeal his tax. When he refused, a few of us were foolish enough to organize a resistance to the levy. Clessidor responded by seizing our vessels and locking us away here in Monteplai. As far as I can tell, I am the last survivor among my former mates. I don't really know, though. I am rarely allowed to leave my cell. You've been imprisoned this long? For protesting a tax? That seems terribly unjust. Was there nothing else? How could my father have been so wrong? There are many sad stories in Monteplai, Your Majesty. Your father was wrong many, many times. Speak, prisoner. Why do you suffer in this prison? The stories and rumors of Monteplai are the stuff of children's nightmares. The truth is that your father has filled this pit with honest people who have dissented in some way from his rule, or who were too poor to pay his tax. There are a few thieves and swindlers jailed here, but not the violent monsters that everyone fears. And you are one of these honest men my father has imprisoned? As honest as most, I suppose. You are old enough to remember the year when Clessidor enacted the beer tax, and the roof tax, and the all-yellow tax? I merely disputed the tax collector's claim that because my ale was both beer and yellow, that it be taxed twice. I was made an example of. Soldiers seized me in full view of my neighbors and imprisoned me here. I doubt whether I'll ever see the light of day again. The beer tax and the all-yellow tax. That's ridiculous. Felron the Cooper. You seem different from these others, old man. You seem to bear your imprisonment better. I do what I can to maintain my dignity in this horrible place. I will not give that evil jailer the satisfaction of seeing me humbled. What turn of events has landed you in prison? I am Felron the Cooper, and I am from Ragmar. Though a barrel maker now, I was a member of the King's Guard as a young man. Some months ago, a group of soldiers rode into Ragmar seeking provisions to take with them on the road. While in town, they behaved boorishly, stealing food from farmers and merchants, forcing people to house them overnight, having a local blacksmith reshoe several horses and paying him half what the work was worth. I was furious to see soldiers behave so unprofessionally and was sorely tempted to reprimand them, but not wanting trouble, I held my tongue. When they began to make advances on my daughter Claire, I could not stand by. In full view of many villagers, I denounced these men as disgraces to the crown and to the army and warned them away from my daughter on threat of their lives. I admit it was probably a foolish thing to do. Those blackguards arrested me and brought me here. If you are the king, I petition you for my release. I do so not only for my own benefit, but for the sake of my wife and daughter who depend on me to pay the rent and feed them. If there is any way you could release me, I would be in your debt. Your story is a moving one. You seem to have been greatly wronged. If you can get a key from these guards or from the jailer, you can set us all free. And what story do you have to explain how you have ended in this dungeon? I was once an actor. My troupe and I would travel to all the cities in Alonia, where we would put on plays, skits, and all manner of acts. I was quite versatile. An actor, comic, and juggler I was. Why, we even played Ballytogue once when you were younger. Your father roared with laughter at our comedies and wept at our tragedies. Then how is it you are imprisoned here? 4 summers ago, I wrote a clever skit which lampooned life at Ballytogue. Quite fun, yet tame. And I thought, inoffensive. Clessidor did not see it that way, and here I rot. Not speak on the watch. Okay, now. Not speak on the watch. And as you've probably noticed, I know everything that happens in this game. I know where everything is. I know what's about to happen. So, I know when to save it. And this is a moment to save it. And we're going to save over spells. And now we will talk to the last guy in Monteplai. Costel the Horrible. appears somehow different from the others you have seen. His clothes are ragged and his face and body dirty, but he seems healthier than many of the others. His gaze is fierce and angry. For what reason are you imprisoned? You ask a great many questions. What do you want here? Why have you come? You are bold for one whose freedom depends upon my mercy. I am the king of the realm. I'll not be put to question by a common criminal. Not even your father ruled here, boy king. You are locked in the dungeon of Monteplai now. There is only one lord here, and that is I. What? You're no prisoner. Who are you? I'm the warden of this prison. I rule here. I know of recent events at Ballytoke and your struggle for the crown. I've been watching you. You are compassionate and weak. You care about these dying prisoners, these less than dead men. I don't believe I would profit under your rule. The little I know of Gorman tells me I should make him king. And I can do that by killing you. It is you who shall perish, foul sorcerer. You will pay for the torment you have wrought in this evil place. Once you are defeated, I will grant these suffering prisoners their freedom from Monteplai. Alright, let's see him down here. John Oldcastle, right. Oh, I can't put him in there. He can only be hit with magic. Alright, I don't know where anyone is, unfortunately, because, well, my characters are, well, they are what they are. Just not strong enough. Now, here we go, Glimmer Iron Belt. Then tracks, nice. Boom, 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 boom. Then tracks archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all my people. Makes a big difference when you got two groups. Well, it's probably in his pants right now. Issue orders. Red Law, use magic. Explode on the wizard. Oh man, it's got 3 of them over there? That sucks. John Oldcastle, free combat. Rebecca, free combat. Son of Bane, use magic. Try to explode that fucker. 2 explodes will be enough. Altura, use magic. Explode. So I want, this is a pretty tough battle, so I want to get it done as quick as possible. So explodes all around. Anybody who can explode, yeah, they're gonna explode. Mintrax Knights 1, free combat. More. Mintrax Knights 2, free combat. More. Mintrax Knights 3, free combat. Mintrax Knights 4, free combat. And it does take a while to get through all this because of all the people you have to put up. But, I mean, it's just the name of the game. Gotta tell everyone what to do. That's really the downfall of the combat in this game, is because you gotta tell everyone to do something that makes it all really slow. And you gotta do this every turn. Oops. You gotta do this every turn. So people will... It really... You could hit enter quick combat a lot, but then you take risk of people randomly dying. And I want people to live as long as possible, so I'll take the extra time to make them all do this. Everybody's all set. Continue. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Okay, issue orders. Red Law, use magic. I can't use cure yet, okay. Sign of Bane, use magic. Cure. Ventrax Knights. Hiltura, use magic. Just in case the other one fails, you're gonna cure him again. Everybody else, continue. They can't do shit over there, so he just picked them off. These 2 are the last ones we gotta worry about, really. And they can fire arrows, but it ain't really gonna hurt much. Alright. Now let's do some explodes. Get rid of those last 3. I'll leave all these guys to kill that one, but everybody else is gonna kill the others over here. Oops. Stellarex, they're the ones who are gonna use magic, so continue. I believe Stellarex may need healing here in a sec. Been hit with a good many arrows. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Okay, that's the last one. Stay alive. Alright, I'm gonna throw it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, sometimes it'll glitch. Like you just saw right there, and a bunch of turns will happen at once. Luckily, nobody died. Luckily. Alright, Haltura. Use magic. Cure yourself. It's Haltura, not Stellarex. Stellarex, you're gonna explode the final fucker. Let's go. Get that cure off before he fires. So I think she's pretty low. She's my second best caster. He's gotta target everybody before he does anything. Of course. Yeah, when you get this many people in a battle at once, it ends up making making the battle last longer, of course, because you got everybody who has to do all of it, but later on, you're going to get in battles when this many people is needed. Ring of Protection, Monteplai Cell Key, and the rest I do not need. Nobody died. That's good. Let's check their healths. When you regain your crown, remember that the threat of this dungeon is sometimes all that keeps your subjects in line. But you know what? I'm going to end up getting rid of him, because he is very supportive of my father. This prison is so fierce. I've escaped from far worse places than this. There is no dungeon that can hold me. Old Sir John. Well, Peppercorn got hit a little bit, but he didn't die. Oh well. 40 each, they're healed good. Still full. I'm still full. Haltura's full. Right? Yep. Good, good. We're just going to have to rest to get the magic points up. These prisoners must have been evil criminals indeed to suffer such cruel punishment in this terrible place. Blah, blah, blah. Already saved. Seen all that. Now, the only people you can release, you can't just use the key and use it on a door and release them. They have to be somebody you can actually release. And we're choosing to release only this guy. There's only two people you can release in here. Felron the Cooper and Kendrick the Terrible. Kendrick is a thief you could take to Comington Forest, which I may do that as a side quest later, which when we get to Comington Forest you'll see why. But for now, we're just going to let him rot in here. He ain't going nowhere. This guy, he is going to come with us to a town, which we're going to right after we take Kubi Lighter give him the news that the Moir's coming. So yes, you can join me. I probably have to get rid of someone. And who do we think that might be? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's Peppercorn. Goodbye, little buddy. Too bad you didn't get to die. That would have been nice. Alright. What we want to do, we're always going to leave one spot available. Felron is our available spot. We need one spot to bring key people in to our group. And now we're done in Monteplai. There's nothing else we can really do in here. So we're going to go ahead and see if Stellarex has the magic to teleport, which he does. Back to Castle Ventrax. fly straight up. Nope. Our father abolished Kubi later for treason. I wonder what type of reception he will give once he knows we are here. Fell on the Cooper. I'm gonna let him know that his mortar has been received. I have word from Mandalisto that a shipment of stones and mortar is now docking on Jubilees. You are indeed a resourceful young man, a fine quality for a king. Assuming that you would return with the necessary supplies, I had Manda bring the Kilty Emerald to me. I now hand it over to you. Kilty Emerald has been placed in your spell components. I've done some thinking while you're away. The situation with the stones and mortar points out the need for cooperation between Jubilees and Alonia. As a step in that direction, I offer to leave my island and join you on your great adventure. Will you have me? Yes, I will. Goodbye, Glenwyn Ironbelt. You were quite useless. Alright, let's take a look at him real quick. Kuvi lighter. Not much hit points, but very high sword and shield, and that's why I took him. Because he has, and very high dodge as well, so he won't get hit as much, which is good. Barry's 100 leadership, and he's an all-around good character, just no casting, unfortunately, and low hit points. But hey, I got low hit points myself, so I cannot complain. But now we need to rest to rebuild our points. So let's go to the inn down here. Actually, I don't think the inn's going to let us rest because we're full health. So we're just going to rest, period, for 24 hours and see what that does for our magic points. Day 22, 19 out of 45. Rest for 24 more hours. So I guess 3 days from 0 is what it takes. We'll find out. 24 more hours. 3 days period for getting from 0 to full. 45. 58 out of 59. 100 out of 100. Yeah, 189 out of 190. That's close enough. And that's pretty much it. Yep, 3 days is the magic number for getting full magic points. So, we're going to go ahead and save it here on day 24. Making good progress. Let's save over a different one. Save over Durs. And the next one is Ragmar, which is where we're going next to take Felron the Cooper back to his family. Until then, like the video if you liked it. If you want to see more, hit subscribe for updates on the videos. And I will see y'all later.